Hello. So today we're going to talk about planetary designations for days of the week. So, we think of Sunday as being ruled by the sun. Lunes or Monday, Moon Day. Martes, Tuesday, Mars. Okay, so yes, those are designations, and yes, those do have an effect. I'm never going to say there's a right or a wrong regarding things like this because those energies simply are in the air. And people ask questions about, is the Gregorian calendar valid? Well, the fact is we're using it. So it's in the consciousness of everyone on the globe. So yes, it's valid because it's in the field. And also, let me just toss this in there. There was a period of time where the Gregorian calendar had like a 7 to a 14 day, what's the word? Discrepancy. My grandmother was born in Kiev, and she was born on a different day. The day that she was born then was designated as December something, but over here it was it translated to January something. So which date? Both are valid, but which one has more collective consciousness support around it? And this is another reason why various rituals, prayers, mantras are powerful, because they have a collective consciousness and memory going back in time that makes that, it's like a well-worn path. Okay, enough said about that. I got kind of too scholarly about that. So what I'm going to talk about today is this is a new theory that I'm trying out. And if you saw my last video, which I highly recommend, if you can track what happened to you the first 7 days of the year. So go back into your journal or whatever, and each day, Rikara, hey, how are you? Oh, King of Hearts here. Awesome. I love the King of Hearts. Yes, I really love the King of Hearts. God, I get distracted so easily. That's because I'm ADD. Oh my gosh, there's a check in here from 3 years ago that I never cashed. 4 years ago. I need to go see if that's still valid. Oh, that is so funny. Okay, I'm really sorry I'm doing that. I'm fiddling with my book. This is another thing I wanted to do really quick. Is this costs $13. You can either go to Amazon, and see if it's still there and order it. It's $13, or just tell me and I'll send you one. And just send me a check for $13. But I wrote it, and it's about how to use the Destiny Cards book with greater precision and accuracy. And there is a section back here for just doing your own card spread, which I'm going to do at the end here. I'm just going to throw a couple of the cards and give a reading. So it enables you to do that. Oh, you got my book. Oh, that's so great. Do you like it? Okay, so let me cast back. Now I have to refer to my phone again. So, what are the planetary? And there are two questions we have to answer. One, you can do this one while I'm looking up the other one. Type in your birthday. All I did was I grabbed my phone. If if you're watching this video on your phone, obviously you can't do it. But if you have another device, type in your birthday. So I just typed in August 6, 1966. And a couple of sites down, you'll see what day of the week you were born. That is your Mercury day. This is well-established Destiny Cards information. So for me, that was a Saturday. So what I do is I write down, oh no, I'm not prepared. I don't. Oh wait, yes, I do have a pen. I recently reorganized. Okay, so you take, oh, here's the answer to that question. Kind of. Well, anyway, you just write down in order of the planets: Mercury, Saturday; Venus, Sunday; Mars, Monday, or yeah, Monday. That's how it would go for me. So you write down what each day of the week is for you based on the day of the week that you were born being Mercury. And it goes Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Now we're going to find out what, let's see, I think I figured this out. Today is the 10th, which is a Tuesday, Sunday. So I think January 1st this year was on a Saturday. I'm just going to confirm that. No, it's the 11th today. No, wait. Yeah, it was on a Saturday, which guess what? That means that my days of the week, is that really true? My days of the week would be exactly in sync with this year's days of the week. That means Saturday is double Mercury vibe for me. So what you can do, and here's why I'm doing all of this, is that for most people, they're not born on a Saturday. You will have 2 planetary energies on every day of the year for this entire year. This is kind of a theory, but it's also just that's what's out there. That's what's true. So you will take those 2 planetary energies and put them together for each day of the year. So what I said at the very beginning of this video does apply to everybody. Saturday is Mercury. So write that all down and then write down your designations. And then those are the 2 planetary energies you have to work with. That's why some years, that's why every year kind of has this different vibration. So it will show you right away what days are going to really work for you to just do certain things and what days aren't. What planetary energies are you going to kind of resist? It's going to show you what your relationship is to those energies this year. So that's all for that. Fun little tidbit, how to strategize, how to organize yourself this year. I'm going to put that up on a billboard for myself. I decided Tuesday has to be career day for me because Mercury, Venus, Mars. No, it's Monday. Yeah. Jupiter. Today is Jupiter. Yeah, no wonder it was harder to get to work today. It's like an hour ago I finally got on task. Okay, so let's do a quick little reading for what's going on today. And Rikara, am I saying your name correctly? I will throw you a card if you want. So, yeah, my goal is to get a lot more viewers. Today is your Neptune, meaning you were born on a Wednesday. Okay, so the combination would be, so Mars or Jupiter, Neptune would be Tuesday. Mercury, Venus, Mars. Yeah, Jupiter, Neptune. Yeah. So Jupiter, Neptune combination is like, okay, if you're working really well with those energies, today would be like, whoa, really big visions that I'm so excited about, is it really positive? Is it really explosive? Because Neptune has this dreamy, everyone has a different relationship to Neptune. It can be addictions and not seeing clearly, projection, illusion, or it can be like yummy, the feeling that the dream is coming true. And Jupiter is success, make it bigger, expansion. So, there are ups and downs to all of those. In fact, might be interesting. I've got a bunch of cosmic connection reports that might apply to that, because that whole section is about, like, I've done the work of putting every conceivable 2 planets together that you can, including the Circle of 7 and karma cards, so that you can see how they dance together and the ups and the downs in relationship to people, more so. Yeah, so Jupiter, Neptune. So yesterday, let's go back a day. Yesterday would be, where can you find that? In my computer. I would have to send it to you. No, I don't, but that's a book that I should write. Yeah, I should definitely do that. What I do is I charge $35. That's a really good idea. I charge $35 for a customized cosmic connection report. I'm glad I'm talking about this because this is a thing that I do that's relatively cheap, that's really amazing. Okay, I'm going to raise the prices to $40 eventually on the website, but until I do that, it's 35. And so you go to my website, it is kismet.com, and it just gives you instructions on how to contact me. Basically, it gives you my phone number, and you can text me and say, hello, I want a cosmic connection report. Here's my birthday, and here's the other person's birthday. And you have to tell me the general nature of the relationship. Like, this is someone I broke up with 10 years ago. It's an ex-husband. This is a guy I just met at the coffee shop. I just felt something, or this is someone with whom I've been with for a certain amount of time. You know, a lot of times I'll get like, give me this connection report and this, because this is who I'm with and this is who I just met. I want to see what this is about, what's being activated. And then what I do is I look at all of the potential planetary connections that you have present life and past life. And I make a list of each one. And like, there's always a theme. Sometimes it's all about Neptune. Sometimes in this lifetime, it's only Jupiter. And in the past life, you had all 7 connections or all 7 planetary influences. But this lifetime, you're working on Jupiter. And then I actually tune into you and kind of expand the reading and say, okay, this is what's going on. And it is one of my favorite things to do because it's a pretty quick in and out, and it's all done through email. And I'll just tell you, whoa, I'm seeing this past life between you and this person. And that's why it's really like glitchy in this one, because you had this thing last time, but you're doing this time, or sometimes I'll see you were mother, daughter, or mother, son, or, and then sometimes it turns into a back and forth where you give me a little feedback. You're like, oh, you were right on about this part because it feels like this, but this is where we're at now. I mean, it can open up into a lot of information potentially. Yeah, it's really fun. And sometimes I think it gets so accurate and personal and deep dive that I don't hear back from people. I mean, sometimes I do, and other times I'm like, ooh, maybe I got in a little deeper, that maybe I should warn people that it really is like, man, it's a frickin' bargain for 35 or $40, and I try to condense the material, and then I will send you one of the actual reports that I've written, which tends to be really kind of surfacey, and yet it's a lot of information to go, oh, here's the range of the potential dance that we're having between Mars and Uranus. This is what it will look like a lot of the time. Not all the time, always. It's always a really mixed bag. Scorpio moon, deep as your. I love Scorpio. I love anything Scorpio because it's my south node. So all my tightest connections are with people who have a strong Scorpio. Dealy Bob. So what you're saying is you wouldn't mind if we got under the surface. Okay, so let me do a quick reading for anybody who's watching. And this is turning out to be a really fun video, huh? I really need to plug those cosmic connections more, and then you just use like PayPal or whatever to pay me, but the back and forth gets really fun. So I need 3 things: 2 birthdays, your email address, and the general nature of the relationship. And I don't think I'm going to give my phone number on a YouTube live because that just feels weird. Okay, last time I'm going to shuffle these cards. What's up for us this week for people that are watching this? Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Okay, Robert Camp will give you some pretty detailed ways of how to do readings and so forth. And I have a very high degree of respect for him. And he was well, I don't think he was a 33rd degree Mason, but he was up there. And it's like, whoa, creepy Masonic energies, but just put that aside and go, okay, they discovered something and it works. And we use it with the intention of love and light. And it's the fabric of the universe. And if it is, of course the dark side is going to use it, just like astrology. But, screw them. We use it for light. So Robert Camp has a lot of inside secret information, but I'm going to just really emphasize that your take on it, you'll go to my site. Okay, thank you. Your intention what you're creating, what you're co-creating with all of this is totally valid. I mean, like Robert Camp doesn't give you guidance on when you find the four of spades in the parking lot at the grocery store. Like you have to be positioned in a certain way with the sun and the moon at a certain time of day, and you have to take 10 seconds to pick it up before you look at it. It's like, boom, no, it's there. It's a language between you and the universe that's unfolding in the present, based on the present and everything that's going into that soup. So I do the 7 cards, then I continue with long range Pluto and result. And then I discovered this long after, oh, thank you. Long after I did this, long after I just kind of started doing this, I learned that it was a thing, which validates my very deep-seated sense that I've done this in many lifetimes. You take the bottom card of the deck, flip it over, and I always put it as at an angle. Okay, this is totally messy, but I'm going to show you what I did. So I throw these cards, and then I put the deck upside down because this is called the environment card, and it's what I describe as the bath of the reading. So let's just look at our Mercury. So this, I don't know if I probably won't be backwards. Mercury is what we're thinking about: security, emotional security, marriage, relationship. This is really on our minds now, and I would say especially because Mercury or Venus is still in retrograde, so we're having to really dig into relationship stuff. Okay, Venus, and if any of these really you're like, yes, that's up for me, then I'll go into it and talk about it more. 5 of clubs in Venus. So Mercury is what we're thinking about. Venus is home, relationship. We're having a lot of questions. We're saying, what's up? What's up, Buttercup? Because Venus is in retrograde. So we're asking a lot of questions about how we relate to people. We're curious. I'm reading Beyond Codependency right now because I'm finally getting really curious about my codependency. Okay, sorry about that cord. Okay, yes, 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 for Venus. Okay, so the way we're relating to men, women, children, everything is on the table right now. And the 5 of spades is restless. And because you are the King of Hearts, my dear, I don't know if you're male and female from the name Rikara. I'm guessing it's female. But the King of Hearts is in the Mars line, which means odd cards are hard for you. So 5, 5, 5 in Pluto. That means this reading is for you because this is the difficult thing. Change, instability, unpredictability. And the reason I say that is because all the cards in your hand, King of Hearts, are even. And Mars, which is all about moving forward, practical. Yes, okay. A 6 of spades is done in my life, and I want to know if is the intentions good? Oh, is this, oh, they're tricky dicky. 6 of spades. Okay, ask one question. Have they gone through a humility experience? Are they aware of their ego and stuff like that? And if they are, then their life will be tough. They have a special gift and ability, and sometimes they misuse that. It's like good karma, bad karma. Karma's on their ass in this lifetime. So I'd have to look at how your cards are and like tune into him to answer that question for sure, because that's really detailed and personal. But yes, these are the questions you're asking. Not just about someone who's come into your life, but how do you really, why are you attracted to him? You're welcome. What are the subtle things at play here? If you're meeting, connecting during a Venus retrograde, he's going to be a really great opportunity for you to look at your stuff and take the next step in your relationship development. So 5s can make anyone in the Mars line a little nervous because there's change involved. Okay, the Queen of Clubs, Mercury, Venus, Mars. So the Mars card is career and men. This is women. This is men. Queen of Clubs is the intuitive. It's the organizing information. It is the librarian. She organizes information. She has a very clear, systematic mind. So maybe in terms of Mars, we're getting organized with our information, our planning. Good time to plan. Okay, Jupiter, marriage, love, bliss. There's a potential for a lot of bliss and happiness right now. And I am seeing this. I've seen a lot of couples go through hell recently, and we're coming out the other side and finding a lot of marital bliss and happiness. This is also the card of addictions. Neptune. It's Neptune, Neptune, this card. So it's about addictions and sex. It's anything that we get to bliss through. Do we need substances, or can we go to divine union and love? And it's also marriage and motherhood. So being in Jupiter, we're kind of in the upside of how we find bliss. Okay, Saturn is the Four of Spades. How secure do I feel on a physical level? Is it my task to address security? How do I make myself feel safe? And that's also this card, emotional security. So what we're thinking about here has become our work here in Saturn, our task. And there may be some challenges there. Uranus, King of Spades. Wow, what a strange combination. So here's the master card of the deck. And he's in the Uranus position, which means we have a sense of mastery over the unexpected, the unplanned. Uranus is the miscellaneous quality, or the miscellaneous category. We never know what's coming up. So, but also in real estate. So maybe these two are connected. Maybe security is up the house. Okay, Six of Diamonds in Neptune means it's okay to dream about, think about, idealize, future picture our dharmic work. The diamonds form a path, and that's why this is called a karma card, because it's a straight path through. There's one path. This is the path you're supposed to walk in. This is the way to go. Okay, and six is, and diamonds are like the way money comes to us. So I think of this as destined work. So maybe that being in Neptune, we have some illusions about what our purposeful work is, or we're just meant to really think about, what do I really want to be doing? Okay, like what is my calling? Okay, so long range, Pluto, and result. The long range Jack of Spades, this not a weekly reading, it's just kind of for right now. So the big picture of right now, maybe it's today or the next few days, is how is my world turning upside down and inside out? What am I being initiated into so that I'm looking at life in a totally different way? Maybe it's a yoga class, maybe it's a diet, maybe it's a new workout regimen. It's changing your physical life. It can be really challenging. Or it can mean that there is a young man, spades, there's a spade guy. Your Six of Spades, that could be him. Five of Spades in Pluto means there's a change, a relocation, or a trip that represents kind of a transformational experience. Pluto is death and rebirth. So how is this offering you an opportunity for some transformation? The result, Three of Hearts. Okay, this means I'm throwing away the black and white rule book when it comes to love, and I'm being open to my experience. So the three, just so I don't have to hold that anymore, the three is about experimentation. So typically this card represents that you're dating around. You're going to just sort of play with love energy. You're going to experiment, and just kind of see what's out there. It's not black and white. So maybe this will open you up to be like, I wonder how I feel about this. Let me point out, yeah, you're welcome. I love this interactive. Okay, let me point out one more thing to you, Rikara. Isn't this fun? You just tuned in. You're like, I'm getting a total personal reading here. And that's just a little message to my new subscribers that you too, if you alert to yourself to me going live, this could be you. I'm looking for the chart that I put in here to show you something. Okay, so this is the life spread, and the Six of Spades down here, let me just count it up. Okay, so here's his card. Here's his hand. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. His Saturn card is the Three of Hearts, which means, girlfriend, that he's a player. Uh-huh. No, it just means that he likes to experiment. And with it being Saturn, he tends to get into love triangles that are instructive. Uh-oh, I know, right? They like to have three of hearts is I like to have affairs. I like to have a third person. I would like open relationship. I'm not into committing to just one person. So this might be really bringing up your insecurity. It's good. It's good to get that tested and challenged because then you can begin to answer the question, where does my security come from? Why am I manifesting this into my life? Do I feel that I don't deserve someone who's reliable? Am I not looking at my own unwillingness to commit and settle down? Maybe I want to be the player. Maybe I'm just too much into commitment. Okay, one more card. Three of Diamonds being the bath of the reading. This is an invitation to really play with all of this. The play is one of the key words for a three. Play, experiment. And with values, it's a values diamonds card. So be sorry, my feet are falling asleep. I'm kneeling here. Be flexible with what is becoming important to you is another way to say this. Something I'm just getting like there's this sand and there's like something under the sand and it's shaking up. It wants to get shaken up to the surface for you to go to just to consider. Oh no. Okay, so I hope that reading is helpful to everyone who tunes in. I am having so much fun with the cards these days. I've been studying them for over 25 years. Created this whole website a couple years ago. Kind of didn't do anything with it for a couple of years, and now all of a sudden this year, this is the year of the card system for me. I am just like so raring to go. So I do have classes on my website, and a bunch of people have bought my course. I'm all shocked. I am actually, because it's been sitting there forever, and all of a sudden, like three people in a row have gone on there and bought the course. It's like 5 or 6 hours of material. Have you really? Oh my God, that's awesome. Okay, so because I'm just kind of, I've been destined to do my own study and create my own body of information. I haven't been exposed to a lot of other bodies of information. I think I'm probably one of a handful of people who have been really driven to create bodies of information. So what have you come to value as source material or material that helps move you forward in your study of the cards? Yeah, I'm asking you a question like, so refer me to a book or a person. And then also, have you found that the cards are beginning to teach you what they mean? Have you achieved this interactive relationship where you're contemplating a card and then you meet someone and then you're like I was taking a walk one time and my guides are like, sit down, we're going to tell you what the five of spades means. And I'm like, okay, I have the weirdest relationship with my guides, but I love it. So I'm like, okay, I sit down and they go, the five of spades is presence. So it just began this really deep contemplation about that card and the navigational style of the five of spades. I'm a seven of diamonds, so that is my navigational style. You haven't been able to get Robert's book. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's got enough. You could consider me one of his students, but my guides told me at the very beginning, in fact, only Richmond, who I think he was in a past life, only Richmond, because Robert Camp is the Queen of Diamonds, and only Richmond was the Three of Diamonds, which is his karma card. And only came through to me one day. I was reading, this is unusual. I usually never just kind of go off on this kind of thing, but I was reading the Mystic Test book, the introduction. It's really worth getting, at least just to read the introduction. His interpretations of the cards are from a century ago. So they're actually, the word that comes to me is inactive. Those interpretations are inactive because they're not relevant to the culture. It is a really tough book to read, but the introduction's intense, isn't it? And he came through and he started talking to me and he said, in this lifetime, you're not going to have a connection to Robert Camp. Or to me, it felt like. He said, I should have let you go off on your own back then. And that's what you're doing this time. So don't get too connected to Robert because you need to bring through. Well, and let me just say this, the cards are used for a lot of different reasons, and they're so morphic and layered that each person that brings the information through is really useful and important because they have a different emphasis, a different filter. And my filter, my expertise, my focus is all spiritual development, emotional development. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you've got the PDF for Mystic Test Book. Interesting. And the word test is the same as taste. Isn't that cool? Taste and see that the Lord is good. And when you use the card system, you have to test it. You have to test it out. And so I have a theory and then I test it out. And that's just how it works. Anyway, really fun. Like, what are you wanting to learn? I have a lot of products and stuff that I offer on my website, and a lot of them are free. And if you go back into this YouTube channel, back when I had 2 business partners, we made a whole bunch of videos about celebrities and stuff like that. And then I kind of progressed into talking about the royal archetypes. Like, since you're a heart, what is oh, you're in a 3 of diamonds year. Wow. So I just spotted that. I'm like, oh, another reason this is relevant for you, reading for you. Yeah, right? No, I lost my train of thought. See, that's my gift and my bane is the ADD. Oh, I was just saying that my focus is psycho-spiritual development, and they just keep giving me more and more information about that. So anyway, yeah, thank you. It was really fun sharing time with you, and I guess we should wrap it up. It's been a half hour. It's just a nervous habit, I guess. So, yeah, go to my website if you want like an official Cosmic Connection reading. I'll give you a discount just because we had this really fun time today. It's like a destined meeting. So yeah, if you want to go to my website and then just contact me via texting, and I can work up a report for you. Okay, I should go see if I can cash this check. It's from the local bookstore because they bought a bunch of my books. Okay, have a really great day. Oh, I look forward to it. Bye.